with Small Arms Combatives. Today I would like to talk to you about our compact tear-off IFAK. We're going to go over the mounting features, the features of this particular IFAK, and we're also going to talk about how you can mount it and stuff like that, and how to load it up. So here we go. So basically, this is in a horizontal configuration right now. There is also a vertical configuration. You just have to get the other mounting bracket. So this would be the vertical one, then it can mount vertically, and we'll show you how that is outfitted. So right now we'll do the demo with the pouch in the horizontal configuration. So maybe you want to put it on your belt. That would certainly be a reason why we want to mount it horizontally. And so here we go. We like clips, and so you could get to that with either hand. And then, as the name implies, the IFAK rips off the mounting bracket. So this is the mounting bracket. It actually just secures with, in the back you can use mouse clips or whichever MOLLE straps you would like to use, whichever you prefer. We have adjustable straps here. So this is actually just paracord, and it's laced through this system here, as you can see, and it's adjusted the length by just tying some figure-8 knots or any overhand knot, whichever you prefer. And then of course this strap right here, your final strap, is adjustable as well. So we're going to go over why we went with that design, and it has a lot to do with, on the outside of this IFAK, you have PALS webbing, and people like to attach tourniquets. So right here, this is a tourniquet pouch, and if you mount this in the horizontal position and you have a tourniquet pouch on the top, having those adjustable straps that are able to reach around this tourniquet, that's essential. So you can't have this in a pull-out style IFAK if it's belt mounted. Usually those, the pouch gets slid out the side, and then the tourniquet's left somewhere back there. So kind of our theory with this is if you need your IFAK, tourniquet gets tore off with it. And so this is why it's important to be able to have these straps to be adjustable, so that way the buckles are centered on the on your tear-off IFAK here. All right, so we'll talk about that a little bit later when we load this thing up. And so basically, there's a pull handle here. There is a loop, but it is, plenty of grab room there to be able to get that open. Another one you got right here, and that tears open, and then that lays everything out nice and neat for you. So, there it is. So we'll show everyone how we're going to load this thing up here a little bit later in the video. But basically, these two large loops here for your big, H bandages, Rayleigh style bandages, big compression bandages, stuff like that. And then you have these loops here for your internal organization, as well as a large pocket over here for, other things. This tear-off IFAK is sized for your chest seal, so like a hyphen vent chest seal. Once the ones that are like 6 inches long will go in there and not be folded. So I don't know about you, but I don't like my chest seals being folded. And so when this thing packs up, as you can see, there's plenty of Velcro here, so you can make this thing as fat as you want it or as you need it. And then these pieces here can come over and Velcro as well. And then of course you have the PALS webbing for your attachment of your you have tourniquets you want to put on either side, so that way you have access to those as well. All right, so let's talk about how to load up this compact tear-off IFAK. So we're going to start out by opening the IFAK up. So right here we've got a this 8x10 dressing. This one's the H&H. So you know, this is your compression bandage. So that's what this one fits. We just take it and we're gonna run it under those two large straps right there in the middle. That's exactly what we sized it and made that one for. All right. And then of course you have this pocket over here. This is where you can put your Z-folds, your gauzes, gloves, you know, stuff like that. And that's like a generous sized pocket. So you can, you know, you can fold up stuff and get that in there as you want it. So there that goes. I like carrying hemostats. There's just all kinds of different uses you can use for this. If you needed to clamp down like a artery or something like that in just a hard to reach place, that could definitely help. There's a reason that you could use that. So we can slide that right in, you know, one of these slots right here. The wide spaced, those are 1.5 inch wide. That larger one is for your NPA. So package with the NPA, some people go ahead and remove the stuff from the package. But if you want to try to keep everything as sterile as possible, you know, some people say you can worry about the infection later, but there it goes. Not a debate of whether or not you need one of these chest decompression needles, but that's not the point of the video, but there is a spot right over there for that, okay? And then, of course, the shears. So I just prefer to put the shears, you can tuck those in. That way, this goes kind of on the inside there. So just another way to do it. So you can actually put that in front of or behind. So whichever you prefer. And the base of this pouch is the same size as the shears, so they're actually tucked in there nice. Okay, so you can still get to those. All right. And then you got your chest seal. So this is just the U.S. Marine Corps - chest seal. And, you know, there's a chest seal and vent chest seal. So all put together right here. So that's the one that this one is. Okay, got that from North American Rescue. So we just lay that right there on top, just like so. All right, so this thing's pretty fat, as you can see, and we're just gonna take it, and just like they do when they build a burrito, we're just gonna take it and roll that over, just like so. All right, make sure everything's shoved in there pretty good. Of course, you could take that strap and really ratchet it down. All right, that flap goes over. You can kind of tuck things as you go. All right, and this flap goes there. And honestly, that's about as fat as you're ever going to get one of these things. This thing is, like I said, it's expandable. So right now, this is an example of it being pretty fat, loaded up with a lot of stuff. Then, whichever method of fastening the tourniquet can be placed here. You could put two, one on the bottom, one on the top. And that's really like the point of the mounting bracket, which is right here, being adjustable. So the Velcro goes on, and then of course we can take our tourniquet And if you have a pouch, you got a special pouch you would like to use for that, I would highly suggest putting it in a pouch. It can be mounted on. There's MOLLE webbing on the side. And then once that's on there, we can take this and pull down on that. So of course the mounting bracket, you would want it mounted on your gear, and then you just put everything in your IFAK. It attaches to the bracket, and then you still have that adjustment right there. But what you want is the buckle is centered up as possible there. So that's what you're looking for. And as you can see, that's one loaded up IFAK. I mean, it can really hold a lot. If you're having if you have the need to carry any more than this, then you might want to look into a larger, like, you know, clamshell style IFAK. But this holds basically all the basic items that you would need should the operator become ventilated somehow. So, you know, there you go. Everything's, you know, right there where you need it. Shouldn't be too difficult to press some buckles here and rip this thing off and get what you need out of it. So that's how we would pack this thing up. Of course, if you have any kind of tourniquet sleeve or tourniquet pouch that you prefer to attach that with, I would probably never have it exposed like that, but you know, whatever you prefer, it can go right in there. So, all right, so as we discussed before, tourniquet pouches, this is a staged cat tourniquet, and we have this tourniquet pouch. It's got kind of a elastic on the side, and then it can be, you know, kind of folded in there, but that's what our tourniquet pouch looks like for a cat tourniquet. PALS webbing on the back here, that's designed, you know, to mate to this thing. As you can see, that makes this even fatter, and so as you can see, those straps, they have a little bit of trouble reaching all the way around should you want to attach it that way. So there's enough room here on these adjustment straps on your paracord that you can get that buckle centered up. And so that's kind of the reason why we went with the paracord, and it makes it lighter weight. Had we used like a webbing for that, we would have had to have a bulkier way of adjusting it, since people want to attach tourniquets actually to this thing. So that's why we went with the adjustable method. Okay, so to adjust these paracords, we just come here, find another spot, and we tie, I call it a figure 8 knot, but that is basically just a stop knot. So we just kind of tie one of those, and then we can let the straps out a little bit more. Okay, so now we have our straps extended a little bit on the paracord, and so let's just see if this tourniquet will fit on here now. And so you can attach that tourniquet pouch with like a malice clip or whatever your favorite MOLLE strap is. So as you can see, with the paracord extended, we have that buckle right there when I singe that down. Now that buckle is pretty much centered, okay, on that pouch now. And so There's plenty of room. You should be able to mount one on the top and the bottom if you wanted to, in case you wanted to carry a couple tourniquets. But that's the reason why we went with this kind of adjustability, because had someone loaded this thing up with 2 tourniquets, typical straps that are pre-sewn without an adjustment, it's very difficult to get them to buckle all the way around. Plus, we wanted the capability of making sure that this is adjustable enough should someone want to mount this vertically. Now, vertically, the straps would go over the length of this pouch, and they would not, of course, have to go around a tourniquet pouch, because they would be on the sides there. Okay, so doesn't take up a whole lot of real estate on the kit, but there you go. That is our compact tear-off IFAK. You can find it at smallarmscombativesgear.com. Everyone have a great day.